YouTube, it's your boy, Mr. Outliner. Back today, I got a taper fade I'm gonna do. First, you wanna comb the hair out. Then you wanna use a 1.5 wavelength. When they ask for wavelength, it's normally around that number 1.5. Sometimes you can go 2, right? Just depending on the texture of the hair. So I would have preferred maybe to use a 2 here, but he asked specifically for the 1.5, so that's what I gave him. The thing about cutting down waves, you kind of just want to take your time, use like the heel of your clipper for your guards, and do it that way, especially when you get close to the edges, because you just sometimes it just make it look crazy. Like when you go over the front, you go over it too fast on the edges, then it start looking patchy and stuff like that. So you kind of just want to, once you get close to the edge on the lineup, you just want to come off of it. So you want to be able to see what's going to happen. So once you're able to assess that, then you jump right into the fade. Now, it's different ways to start a taper. So sometimes when the lineup is a little light, or just using as a guide, I'll do my lineup first, like a light lineup, just an outline, right? Just something to get me going. I'm not trying to be intentional where I make it sharp, right? But I want to be able to see where everything will line up. So this is a basic temple taper. So I'm taking the corner of my trimmer, I'm making a small oval shape, and then I'm gonna fade into that, but I can see where my curve needs to be and everything. These are the new Flex by Stylecraft and Gamma, right? So these trimmers right here cut very well. I like the teeth on the blade. It allows me to grab a lot of hair at one time. So for blades, for me, that's what I'm looking at. Like, I like the long tooth blade. When I say it allows me to grab hair, it's because it's a long tooth blade. Now after that, I'm gonna come and use my clipper with no guard, but I have my lever extended all the way open, right? And I'm gonna go a little bit above that first guideline I used with my trimmer, right? So I'm making another guideline right above that with my lever all the way open on my clipper, no guard. So now you can see the 2 levels, right? And after that, now I want to come with my 1 guard. You could use a half guard if you want to, but I like to use a 1 guard right here, skip a step, and then come back down to the smaller guard, because I don't want to take too much hair off. I don't want to go up too high. So sometimes you just use a bigger guard than what you normally would use to fade up in order to keep the fade exactly where you want it, right? And then I use that open. I use that guard open, and I gradually close it until I get all the way down, right? Then after that, I'll come with my 0 guard. Gamma has 0 guards. So I will come with my 0 guard and do the exact same thing. I have my lever open, I gradually close it. The good thing about Gamma Stylecraft clippers are they have click noises on the side. So if you unsure about how far to go down, where to adjust it, these will let you know. Boom, 1 click down, 2 clicks down, 3 clicks down, all the way down to 4. By the time you get to 4 or maybe 5, you should be closed, right? But it gradually takes you steps, so it makes fading a lot easier for a person that's beginning and trying to learn how to cut, or just to keep you in rhythm. You know, even if you're experienced, I use mine with it on. You can take it off, but I use mine with it on. It don't really bother me with or without, but it's all preference. But if you're looking for an easy way to do it, use these clippers. Now you can see that the taper is already coming into play. So now I just want to pick and choose my spots, because I want to see like any imperfections. So I came on this side so you can see it a little better, and the light can hit the fade. So I'm using the corner of my blade as I'm detailing right here. This is what I call the detail phase, right? You did all your guidelines, you got the hair down to the desired length, you know, faded everything out. The taper is pretty much where you want it to be. But it's little imperfections in there, and you might have to use the corner of your blade to get them out. You might need to stretch the skin also if it's not working. But the best part about the haircut and making it look professional and getting your clientele up is paying attention to the small detail. I might have stopped and never did this part, and you know, somebody like the average person might feel like, hey, oh, that's good already. But a good barber eye, you can see certain specks inside the fade, so you kind of just want to clean it up. Now after that, all I want to do is really come in and use my trimmer to be intentional with my curves, my lines. Now I'm really trying to implant that, right? Now I'm being intentional with it. So after you get the fade in, it's a little less work. I'm sorry, my arm in the way. It's a little less work, right? Because I already made my line and I don't have to guess where it needs to go. But boom, you see that? So now, look at that. We already got action. Now all I have to do is go back and just tap those same spots that I already did, right? Be careful not to push the line up back. You want to use both hands. I brush the hair down, brush the hair forward, so I know if anything is hanging over the lineup. I use the corner of my blade on my trimmer to make the haircut look even better, right? Blend it even better. Now I use that same trimmer and I go around the ear, right? So the taper is set up already. It looks nice. Got one last thing to show y'all. A part of his edge up, right? His edge up line up. It doesn't grow all the way down. So I want you to see how I approach his lineup, his front lineup. And boom, you brush it down. Look at that. You see right over there to the right side of the corner, the hair is not coming down as far as in the front. Right, so I'm gonna look and I want to go up as high as I can and try to make it come across without compromising his line. You see, I'm not really going back into the corners. I made his line under the gap, right? I'm under that gap. You see that? Under that gap. Right? And sometimes it's not about making a super sharp lineup. You don't have to do that to everybody because he already know, like, man, if he corner it, if I hook it, it's gonna look crazy. But he understands his hairline and he understands this is the best way to achieve the look that he wants. So when hair is like this in the front lineup, I can't really get a good line on the front because of the hair. I try to focus on the areas that's really good, that really has a lot of hair to work with, that's thick. So the size of his curve would be the accent on his haircut or on his lineup for me, right? Check this out. I know I've been gone for a minute. We're going to talk about it, not be about it, you know what I'm saying? But until then, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.
It's another K-Town beat.